guys, in this video I would be attempting to make a turkey for my very first time. So why don't you join me and let's make this together. So in this next step you need about 2.5 cups of vegetable oil, or you could either go for unsalted butter, but just know that each stage is the same thing. Either you go for vegetable oil or butter. Afterwards, you could season your butter or your vegetable oil with some salt and black pepper. Okay, and then you can use whatever seasoning you have at home, but I'm currently using chicken seasoning, and that's what I'll be going for. So I used about 2 spoons of chicken seasoning. Okay, now get a chopping board ready, and we're going to slice some 1 onions, and I'm going to chop a few garlic. I'm just going to cut the onions into like big chunks, but not too big, but I think this size is enough for me, but it depends on your preference. At this stage, the next thing you're going to do is to stuff the cavity with your onions and garlic. Okay, and now to the tricky part. The next thing you want to do is to carefully try to strip the skin away from the, I don't know how to explain it, but you need to carefully cut the skin away from the body, but you have to be careful so that the skin doesn't rip off, because you don't want the seasoning leaking through the turkey. So you need to carefully try to tug the skin and try to do this very gently. I took my time doing this. I think I took about 30 minutes. So just take your time and just do it carefully. And also try to cut the skin from the leg as well, like what I'm doing now at the, try to do it at the sides of the leg, because he also wants the seasoning to go through that part. Okay, I've tried all my best to separate the skin from the body. So the next thing you want to do is to marinate the turkey with the seasoning, and just carefully pour the seasoning into the skin. And I was anxious doing this because I've never done this before, but as I was going through it again and again, I started to get used to it. So you will get used to it, and be careful not to sear the skin when you're pushing the seasoning into the skin. So do it very carefully. And because this is my very first time cooking a turkey, so if you have like any corrections or comments about any tips or what I need to do next time, feel free to put it down in the comment. Once the seasoning go through the leg, you don't have to pat it so roughly, just do it very gently. And also, if you use your butter instead of your olive oil, the same step applies to it as well. So also you put the butter mixture with the salt and the black pepper into the skin, and then be careful not to pat it so roughly. You have to do it gently. need 1 cup of water. And then you need 1 tablespoon of whatever seasoning you want in your chicken broth. So I'm going for some onion granules, garlic powder, and thyme or any other herbs you have at home, and some chicken seasoning as well. So like I said, you just need 1 tablespoon of whatever seasoning you want in your chicken broth. Afterwards, you're going to pour the chicken broth into your baking dish with the turkey, and make sure that your oven is preheated before placing the turkey in. And also your cooking time depends on how much pound of turkey you are using. So my cooking time was about 2 hours and 18 minutes. Right, so now the turkey is ready and it's so golden and crispy. And one tip is, for the first 1 hour and a half, you want to cover the turkey not too tightly with foil, and this is because you don't want the surface of the turkey to turn brown so quickly. So what you want to do is 30 minutes before the time is over, take off the foil and allow the surface to turn crispy and golden. Okay, so I made these on the 23rd and I'm not going to use this until Christmas Day. So one of the best way to save the dripping from the turkey is to carefully drain the liquid through your sieve. Unfortunately, some of my drippings got burnt and that was sad, but just try to drain the liquid, because you don't want the fat content to be with the dripping. So carefully sieve it, and just like me, if you're not going to be using it now, cover the dripping, place in the fridge, and cover and place in the fridge for short term, but for long term, place it in the freezer. And you would need this later if you want to reheat the turkey in the oven before serving. Like I said, because I won't be using this now until Christmas Day, you just want to cover it with aluminium foil or your cling film, and before you cover it, allow the turkey to cool for 30 minutes. Make sure to do this, and then cover it, place your turkey and your dripping in the fridge and enjoy. I'll show the final picture of this on my community post, so make sure your subscription button is turned on, and I would also post some of the final pictures on Instagram as well, so make sure to follow me.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings.